show and the Cutting Edge Benefits podcast with our host, Tom Quigley. Tom, how are you? You know what? I just keep talking you up to the moon. Just spoke to a top sports agent, said, I got to introduce you to Tom at ClaimLinx. And he's like, why, Neil? Because guess what? He can help you with your company or somebody else's company cut benefits pricing and really make a better healthcare plan. And that's amazing, man.
It's just math and it's some common sense.
See, if people heard that and math, they'd say, are you kidding me? So our topic today is 2025 healthcare trends every business owner should know. So let's talk about what are, kind of define the healthcare trends, what you see each year studying it, being in this industry for over 20 plus years.
Well, every year the insurance carriers use the data against you. So that if you have young ladies who become pregnant, the cost of pregnancies have rocketed. Tough word there. And then the other big one is drugs. You know, the cost of drugs are absolutely insane. And they allow people to get away with it. But there's ways to combat those trends. And then you have the government trying to intervene on health insurance. So I see a lot of the regulations that have been put in under the Biden era going away, which some are good, most of them were not. But the one that I would be concerned with if I'm a consumer is at the end of this tax year, 2025, the subsidies are supposed to revert back to how they were prior to the expansion of the subsidies during the COVID uh, years, where they increased the income levels where upper middle class even qualified for subsidies. So I'd be calling your congressmen and senators and saying those should be permanent, um, because those really can help you. But those are some of the things that are happening out there, but a lot less regulation. I think you're going to have shorter windows for open enrollment during for healthcare. Um, they're not going to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. In fact, the Affordable Care Act has a lot of good features. There's also a lot of features in it that make zero sense. And the key one that makes no sense is why are males paying for pregnancy costs? That makes no sense. Or having, birth control pills and vice versa, females, uh, certain things on the plan. So what I'd like to see them do is come back to common sense, allow underwriting back in for individuals. So, but if they get qualified for, they have two choices. One, the guarantee, the Affordable Care Act plan, but then they also have another option if they're in good health where they don't have to have all the bells and whistles, but they still need the preventative covered and all the no limits on catastrophic, but some of the things they should be able to carve out to reduce costs, such as pregnancy.
Right.
Yeah.
And what do you see? So do you see things happening? They're going to change in the next couple months,
Yeah. Next couple months, the
maybe
only
the
thing
year.
in the year, it'll be interesting to see that subsidy deal. If they extend it to permanent, or if it goes by the wayside. You're going to have an awful lot of unhappy consumers if it goes by the wayside because their premiums are going to be jacked right up. I do think you're going to see more opportunities to get lower cost options, like I mentioned, where you potentially can carve certain things out that make no sense. You also have females who have had tubal ligations, and why should they pay for pregnancy? Um, Younger folks who are healthier, they should be able to get better rates. The insurance companies come back is that we need everyone in the same risk pool so that we don't pollute the risk pool. I don't know about you, but if you look at their stocks, they're selling you a good bill of goods because truly they buy reinsurance. The reinsurance on the high risks are being covered by Lloyd's of London, AIG, Gerber Baby Food, bunch of them that are in the reinsurance market. So what you will see, in my opinion, is a potential other opportunities to purchase things slightly different to save thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Okay. Well, it's quite interesting. You could see those trends, and people should just follow what's happening in the trends, what's happening with the government, especially with healthcare, and start to do those searches and start looking things up. And then when you do see specific changes, make sure you give someone like Tom a call, give you a call to see how you can benefit from, because there's always new tax strategies and new things that you're able to work with, especially if you're a business, to cut your benefits pricing for sure.
Yeah, I'd take advantage in some things, individuals should be taking advantage of our health savings accounts, where they can put money in each year, earn interest on it, and if they don't use it, it rolls, they own the money, becomes an IRA down the road, and they should be looking at buying better options for themselves. One of the biggest ones they miss is disability insurance. Can't keep your choppers clean if you don't have income coming in, because dental doesn't cover everything 100%. And you got to pay the premium. If you can't work, you're kind of in trouble because getting SSI is no walk in the park. You got to fight for a lot of things, and usually you give a third away to an attorney.
Exactly. So that's the best way people can contact you and schedule calls. Go to claimlinx.com, and there's a place to schedule a call right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go on and click have a meeting, schedule a meeting,
And we want everyone to
consultation.
know about this because it's a no-brainer what you do. And
It's
no one does what
mathematics.
you
It's
do, right?
math. It's just
Right.
math. Yeah.
And no one does what you do, right?
Very few people, they do bits and pieces. We've perfected this over 25 years, so we get it.
All right. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a special simulcast, Neil Haley Show in the the Cutting Edge Benefits podcast, guys. Take care.